All right, we will be getting started shortly. All right, welcome Gogs. Welcome back, L. Edwin88. Just making sure everything's good to go. Did knock this over. No, that's okay. I usually start about 2 minutes into the live stream is about when I start. 1.5 to 2 minutes in. We should be completely set up and ready to go. Evening here. It's about roughly the same here-ish. Almost evening. Alright, let me see. Let me try to remove all the glare. I guess that's the last thing. Sometimes that one's tricky for me, the glare. I can't really check that out until I'm actually live. So I always do the last preparations, about a minute. First 2 minutes. Alright, let's see. Let me see how that is. Alright, it's still tricky a little bit. Is that, how is that for you guys? Can you guys see the numbers on the bingo cards pretty well? I'm more so thinking the B's on 1, 2, and 3. Is that shadow too much, or is that okay? Can you guys read those numbers? It's okay? Perfect. Hey, Laura, welcome back. All right, as long as you guys can read them and there's no glare, that's my main concern, is that you guys can read them. So, perfect. We're just gonna go ahead and just got one more thing. All right, looks like we're about ready. Looks like we are about ready to get started. All right, guys, welcome to another live game night where I host and keep score. You play by commenting. We do have a bonus game today of bingo, and I did write down the rules. I am a lot more rested than yesterday. We're doing a little bit of a unique show today. The first 2 hours will be the normal game you guys come back for and love and are used to for the last 6 weeks. However, after the 2 hours, when we announce the Hall of the new champion, we are going to continue making the board game that we, the community, started making last night. We had a bunch of people stay in. We ended up streaming for like 5.5 hours or something yesterday, making a new board game. I wrote down all of the rules in detail that we all agreed on last night. And we're going to continue playing that. Anybody can play that one, whether you have points or not. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So tired you passed out in the second half. That's funny. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start with Tribond. Tribond is where I give you guys 3 things. The first person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. All right, we have Musketeers, Stooges, Little Pigs. First one to tell me what Musketeers, Stooges, and Little Pigs have in common. 3 is, sorry, I had to move this light. I realized when I looked up it was right in my eyes. Hey, Robert, welcome back. I hope you were here when I explained it, but after the 2 hours, we're going to continue that game that we were working on last night. 3 is correct. First person on my screen who said 3 would be Laura. Laura, welcome back. All right. Sorry, guys. There we go. Here we go. All right, Laura as a returning champion. Is this board? As the returning champion, I am gonna have to do it like this. Sorry. Yeah, I think Laura got on the Hall of Champions. She's number 55 on the Hall of Champions, right after Miss Baronator and right before Green Submarine was the last one to get on. Nobody actually got on yesterday. So yeah, Laura is a former champion. All right. Oh yeah, I have to do this a little differently. Forgot. All right, Laura, welcome back as a former champion. You are entered into the scoreboard as red. And you were the first person on the scoreboard, which means you're going to have the number 1 token. And since you are a former champion, your token is red. We're going to go ahead and read the bingo numbers. I'm going to go ahead and read off the rules real quick for bingo. How bingo works. When you earn a point, I draw 2 numbers. If either of the numbers are on any of the cards, your game piece goes on the first number. You may only enter a card once per bingo game. I then continue to put tokens on the called numbers on the other cards. When any card gets bingo, the first player to call out bingo gets 1 point, no matter how many bingos there are. Each player on a winning line, no matter what card you are on, will get a bonus point, and bingo will be reset. Think of the bingo cards as overlapping, and wherever your game piece is on one card is also where your game piece is on the other cards. So if this line wins and you are here, if this line wins on this card, and even if you're here, whoever's on this line, and this line, the winning line will get a point. So that's pretty much the gist of it. We're going to just go on. I-27. All right, let's see. I-27. All right, Laura, your token is right there. All right, second number. N42. All right, continuing on to another round of Tribon. Hey, Annie, welcome back. Welcome back. Continuing on to another round of Tribon. I just have to zoom in this real quick. I don't want to wear my glasses for 6 hours, so that'll probably hurt. All right, cool. Moving on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these 3 things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. We have brown, black, polar. Bear is correct. Give me a second, guys. I'm having a little bit of a technical difficulty right now. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. All right, that should be perfect. All right. First person on my screen who said bear would be Laura. I think we're good. The bingo cards 2x2 at bottom and star above was perfect last night. Okay. I actually forgot that we did that. I forgot that. I forgot that was the setup we went with. So we're gonna change that real quick. I agree that was definitely actually a much better setup. So thank you for the reminder. It's perfect timing too because we're still at the beginning. Actually, we'll put that here so that way. Here we go. Oh, I remember why too, because some of the pieces were too big. I remember why. All right. Here we go. All right, this will go very fluid eventually, right, guys? We're all learning this together. All right, perfect. Perfect. And how is the glare? Is there any glare? No, it looks like, let me check. Nope, it looks like you guys can read it. All right, perfect. We're going to go ahead and continue on. Thank you guys for your patience. I appreciate it. Laura, you're at 2 points. Let me go ahead and get the 2 bingo balls. I'm still also getting used to this setup in general as well. You guys, typically I'm against the wall. However, we're trying out this setup for a while. I might go back and forth, but I'm really liking this so far. We have I-20. You have to do the free pieces as well. All right, moving on. We have G59. All right, we're going to play a round of, looks good, perfect. Stops the shadows, much easier to read. Awesome. It's also, this works for me too, so it actually works better for me as well. So, all right. We're going to play a round of Spot It. How Spot It works is the first person to tell me what picture is on both images will get a point on the scoreboard. What's up, man? For football, I gotta get out of school early. Oh, awesome, dude. Enjoy football. First person to spot what images on both cards will get a point on the scoreboard. Wyatt, good luck with your football. Oh, it's Friday night. Oh, it's a game night, ain't it? Enjoy. You said man. Man was correct, or is correct. All right, that is a point for Laura. Oh, I dropped the ball. Oh, I'll just take that one. We have I-22. Is that 20 or 21? 20. Okay. And the second ball, G51. All right, continuing on to the next round of Spot It. First person to correctly guess. Man, I wish I hadn't brought the wife in now. Oh my God, that is a long drive, Wyatt. Good luck with your game. First person to spot the image on both cards will get a point. Bottle is correct. Laura's dominating. B4. Oh, this setup works so much better for me. N32. All right, we're going to move on. We're actually going to play a round of Family Feud. Many points can be handed out. Many points can be X by accident. Uh-oh, welcome back. Many points can be handed out for Family Feud. It might be, here we go. We're going to do a lower card. All right. Nope, that's U.S. specific. All right, guys, up to 5 points can be handed out to the players. Name something one family member might steal from another. Go ahead and begin. Name something one family member might steal from another. Edwin, keep going. Yeah, you can play as well. Anybody can play. Anybody can play. You said, what about me, though? Did I miss something? This is for all players. This is for all players. Name something one family member might steal from another. All right, we're going to go ahead and you guys a couple more seconds. I'm going to go ahead and put done in. I'm only accepting the answers above when I said done. All right, let's see. We have starting at the top. We have Gogs. You said money. Money is on here. Let me add you real quick. Gogs is a former champion. You are entered. Oh, welcome to the scoreboard, Laura, and welcome to the scoreboard, Gogs. Sometimes forget all the sound effects. Gogs is a former champion. You are entered in as red. You are the second on the scoreboard. Which means you have the number 2 token. And since you're a former champion, your token is red. We're going to go ahead and actually just going to go ahead. We're going to try doing the we're going to do the 2 ball. Actually, no, I'm just going to read all the points first. I'm going to read all the points, then we'll do all the balls at once. It'll be a little bit faster. Clothing. That is on here. That's a point for Laura. Yeah, this is going to be faster. This is for my records. All right, let's move on. Car. That's a good answer. It's not on here. Shoes. We have phone. Phone is not on here. Makeup. No. Food, skincare, bike, blanket, skateboard. Oh, wait a minute. Food is on here. I'm so sorry. Let me go back up real quick and see who said food first. That was Robert Allwhite. You're a close second. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize food is actually on here. All right. Robert, welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. And since you are number 3 on the scoreboard, you will have the number 3 token. We're going to probably not do a lot of Family Feud today because this is a little slower and this is already a slower thing. So let's see if I see the other 2. The other 2 were not on here. They were not on here. Okay, cool. All right. So that is 6 numbers on bingo. We do them in order. First person who got a point was Gogs. Gogs, you are number 2, so the 2 token is yours. First number is B1. All right, Gogs, you're going in right there. Second number, N38. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, never mind. We're selling Gogs. All right. And then second would be Laura. So we're just going to read 2 numbers since you're already on. We have G53. All right. And then we have B5. All right, and then the third person who got the point was Robert. So let's see if you're going on the board, Robert. We have I-21. There we go. Robert, you are right here. Did forget that free token. That's okay. Oh, 68. All right, we're going to move on to Blurt. Blurt is where I read the playing and painting. Yeah, Javier's playing while he's painting. Hopefully he doesn't accidentally dip his phone in the paint bucket. You missed the free space on card 4. Oh, perfect. I did get it, but I do appreciate that you reminded me of that, though. All right, moving on to Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct... That would be rough. First person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, to take liquid... Oh, we did this. Oops, that is on the wrong spot of the card. All right. A large sea animal that lives in the Arctic and has tough, wrinkled skin and large tusks. The second definition, one of the ridges placed across the neck of a stringed musical instrument. Walrus is correct for the first one. The second one repeated. One of the ridges placed across the neck of a stringed musical instrument. Fret is correct. All right. First person on my screen who said walrus. Hopefully slows him down a bit for me. Hopefully, right? Oh, that's funny. Javier, you got the point for walrus, and I think you also got the point for fret. You did. Awesome. Javier, welcome to the scoreboard. As a former champion, you are entered in as red. And you did get 2 points, so that will be 4 numbers drawn. Javier, you are on the Hall of Support, which means you have a game piece dedicated to you. Let me get your game piece out. You are the Black Knight. All right, let's go ahead and get your score. All right. We have I-28. All right, going on the second card, reading the other numbers. You have N40. I-29. All right, last number, and then we're going on to the next round. G47. Actually, it's probably no difference for you guys, but it actually would make this a little bit faster for me. I'm switching the spot for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just because when I scan the cards, I like to have the same system for, I just like to have one system, just so that way I have a system so it's not random, but at least now I can just scan from one row at a time, and I like to have the same system for putting points on the board. So it might look goofy, but it works for me. So we're gonna go ahead and it'll make it a little bit more fluid. All right, moving on to the next round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: a metal pin with a long ridge winding around its length and a slotted head that is used to hold things together. This second definition: a small salamander with soft, smooth skin, short legs, and a long tail. The first definition repeated, because I know I said it a little choppy. A metal pin with a long ridge winding around its length and a slotted head that is used to hold things together. Screw is correct. The second definition repeated. Newt is correct. All right, let me go ahead and see who the first person to say screw was. Laura. And the first person to say Newt was Robert. We have, and you're all 4 on the board, right? Yeah, so I can just read the numbers and play the tokens. N37. Oh, 70. All right. I, 25. B, 15. All right, continuing on to another round. We're actually going to play Spot It. First person to tell me what image is on both of these cards will get a point on the scoreboard. Hey, Jaden, welcome back. B25, card 2. Wait, do you mean B15? Oh, B15. Thank you so much. This is a change. Yeah, it's always... Sun is not correct. Sun is not correct. Dandelion is correct. The yellow thing. You can... Oh, that's funny. If there's only one yellow thing and you say yellow thing, that would probably be okay. Oh, that's a daisy. I do not see a... Oh, I could see why you said the sun. It looks like it. All right, that's fair. It's probably a daisy, but I'm going to give it to him because I did say correct for dandelion, and I gave out the answer then. That's kind of like a... That's a weird, almost like a verbal typo, because like I'm realizing now that's not a dandelion. However, man, it sure does look like a dandelion, but the colors are opposite. It's close enough. It's close. I think dandelion is close enough for this one. Moving forward, it'll be daisy. He still got it. All right, Jaden. I'm going to give it to you for now because I definitely had... We'll see what happens. You were close enough with the flower. Yeah, you know what, though? That's the only flower on here, though. And so, I mean, he knew it was the flower. He still got it right. He just might not have known it was called the daisy. I didn't even know it was called the daisy. Hey, Jaden, welcome back. We have a lot of new things coming on the show. A lot of things have changed. Welcome to the scoreboard. Oh, wrong number. Welcome to the scoreboard. Jaden, you are number 5 on the scoreboard, which does matter. Remember that you're number 5. Actually, you'll be able to see the scoreboard. Man, I really need new markers. All right, Jaden, you are number 5 on the scoreboard. We're currently doing bingo right now as a bonus game. How this works, give me 1 second. Since you are number 5 on the scoreboard, this game piece token is, that's number 5, is you. This is now you when we play board games. We have different board games that are added. We've been playing for a little bit, so I'm going to reread the bingo rules. It's only a couple paragraphs. When you earn a point, I draw 2 numbers. If either of the numbers are on any of the 4 cards, your game piece goes on the first number. You may only enter a card once per bingo game. I then continue to put tokens on the called numbers on the other cards. When any card gets bingo, the first player to call out bingo gets 1 point, no matter how many bingos there are. Each player on a winning line, no matter what card you are on, will get a bonus point and bingo will be reset. Think of the bingo cards as overlapping, and wherever you are on one game, and wherever your game piece is on one card is also where your game piece is on other cards. For example, if this top line is the winner, anybody who has a game piece on the top line of any of the cards will get an extra bonus point. So that's how we're gonna go. So I'm gonna go ahead and read off the 2 numbers. Jaden, this is you. If any of these numbers, you'll get on here. G46. All right, we have G46. Here we go, Jaden. You're entering right there. Perfect. Perfect. The nice thing is you only really need to get on one of the once you're on the bingo card, then you're really you can kind of relax. But guys, you got to try to get on that bingo card. All right, we got one more number. And then after bingo is called, we reset it. All right. Oh, 66. Oh, also, Jaden, you have 1 point. You're currently in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. And once you enter the Hall of Champions, your token goes from yellow to red. And if you donate money, you get to pick your own personal token that is always going to be associated with you. All right. Slow start for you. That's okay, guys. All right. We're going to continue on. Did I actually put down the numbers for the other one? We did G46. Where did I put that? I think I did. All right. So we're going to... All right. We're going to continue on. Did I read the second number? Oh, boy. I hope I didn't put it down somewhere. Give me 1 second. I did, because there's an even number. All right, cool. All right, moving on. We're going to play another round of Spot It real quick. First person to tell me what picture's on both cards will get a point on the scoreboard. Is it not G66? That is O66. Oh, did I say G66? Oh, it was 66. Thank you. 66 was the last one that I did. Perfect. You are right with the top right. Guys, the image will be the exact same on both. I will give the point to you for blue balloon because I know what you're talking about then. I know that this can be kind of difficult to see. I know this isn't, especially because lighting is very hard, because for me to have a light directly above this, it would mean glare on here. Blue balloon, you got it. I am lenient, guys. Different games have different levels of leniencies, and a lot of times I do have to make it up on the spot. And I do try to be as fair as possible. Balloon. All right. Let me just make sure. Oh, actually, Laura said drop first. Water drop would be correct. Laura, you actually got that point. All right. Jaden, we also introduced another... Boo, you have enough. We also introduced another format. This is the one format. Well, this is kind of the second format. The first format was me against the wall. This is the second format. The third format is a very different type of game night where we're all playing board games. Actually, last night we stayed up pretty late making a board game for the show, me and a bunch of people who were watching. We have 072. That was pretty fun. So right now we have 3 different types of... Wow, 072 is good. We have 3 different types of formats for game nights, which is fun. We'll cycle through them. B12. Thank you guys, by the way, for catching 066 on the top right card. Sometimes it's just hard for me sometimes to see the comments. That's why I have to make sure I'm due diligent. All right. Man, nothing's harder. I think I just said B12. Yeah, nothing's harder. Okay, that's what I have to do. I have to be really careful that I actually just shut up and read the card. Or I mean, put the numbers down, because I put the number down, definitely did not know which one. Did I say B12? Yes, I did. Thank you. It was that one. Oh, Edwin, there's just a lot of stuff I'm managing. If you saw the studio, you know, this just takes a lot to do. Did I cuss? Oh, I apologize if I did. My apologies. I do. I'm fine. I'm fine. A little bit, but I'm okay. I do apologize if I cuss. I do make mistakes. We do like to try to keep this environment fair, fun, and family friendly. because there are kids that come in here. So thank you so much for reminding me. It reminds me to be mindful, because I want this to be a very good environment. And I if it ever happens, yeah, flush myself, right? All right, guys, I'm out. I banned myself. No host. Game over. Goodbye. All right, continuing on. We're going to play a round of Tribon first person to tell me what these three things have in common. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have water, cross country, downhill. Yes, FFF, fair, fun, friendly. Game over. Water, cross country, downhill. What do these three things have in common? Oh, I do not accept emojis for answers, though. Water blank, cross country blank, downhill blank. Ing. Oh, I guess it would actually be, no, never mind. Water blank, cross country blank, downhill blank. This is for anybody. First person to say it. We got a point on the scoreboard. It's now water. I'll give you a hint. It is a piece of equipment. Hey, Jaden, have a good one. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in. It is a piece of equipment. Water blank, cross country blank, downhill blank. You use this piece of equipment. Board is very close. To give another hint, hey, Alexander, welcome back. And you could go down a hill on a sled, a snowboard, or a blank. Downhill blank, cross country blank, water blank. All right, I think I'm actually... Ski is correct. Water skiing, cross country skiing, downhill ski. You need water skis, cross country skis, and downhill skis. Ski was the answer on the card. Oh, a toboggan. I forgot. You can also go down a hill on a toboggan. That was a hard one for me to give. That was a hard one. First person on my screen to say ski, I believe, was Gogs. I'm going to go back and double check because there was a lot of answers. So I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. All right. Looks like it was you, Gogs. Welcome back, Annie and Alexander. Let me go ahead and get the two numbers. We have I-18. N-34. All right, continuing on, we're going to play a round of Spot It. First person to tell me what image is on both of these cards will get a point on the scoreboard. Fire is correct. That is a point for Laura. Laura, you're at 8 points. Remember, when a bingo happens, you must say bingo. The first person to say bingo on my screen will get a point on the scoreboard. All right, moving on to the numbers. And then after I give the point out, then we're going to score for everybody else who's on. We have G, 60. All right, next number, N, 43. And I totally forgot to write this down. Javier had asked a good question yesterday. Can you say bingo before I put the chip down after you hear the number? The answer is yes, you can. And even if the first number gets bingo, I still put all of the chips down for the second number, just so you know. I do have to write that in the rules. Give me 1 second. All right. Continuing on. Just like real bingo, fastest gets it. Yep, exactly. Moving on to another round. You guys said 11 and 46. What does... Wait, what are you guys saying? Did I miss 11? No. Did I miss 46? No. I don't know what you guys' numbers are. I do have to actually pull the number out of here and it be on this card for you guys to pull bingo. Or, I mean, yeah. All right, moving on to blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for each. Why are you saying 49? Did I miss something? Edwin, that's not how it works. I pull the numbers, you don't. If that's, yeah. And we do want to be careful with the messages because I do need to be able to watch the screens. Moving on to blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a marriage ceremony. The second definition. Oh, you're okay. You're okay, Edwin. I just was confused. So my apologies. Someone from age 13 to 19. Hey, Sasso, welcome back. Wedding is correct, or Wessing, close enough. Point for Gogs. Oh, I guess I can't do that one next because I just put it on the table. That's fine. Teen or teenager, both acceptable. I have to put that card away now. All right, who got teenager or teen? That would be... I'm going to have to go back on... Welcome back. Gogs. Yeah, Edwin, it's okay to be silly. I was just getting a little bit confused because I have missed a lot of numbers yesterday. I was also really tired, but all right. Gogs, you got wedding. Gogs, you got teenager. All right. No, I gave you the point for wedding, so there's a second one. Sasso, welcome back. Guys, we're going to be announcing the champion 2 hours into the stream, or an hour and 55, probably an hour and 55 like we normally do. And then we'll be moving on to a board game night. All right, we have I-17. Oh, 61. Oops. Big oops. Oh, 67. G, 54. All right, continuing on, we're going to play a quick round of... I had another game. Where'd it go? All right, don't matter. We're going to play a round of spot at first person. To tell me what images on both of these cards will get a point. Guys, I was pretty sure I gave you the point for wedding and then went back and then gave you the point for... All right. Bone or skull are both correct. Lori, you said skull. It's close enough. Give me a second, though. I can check and make sure, see if I gave enough points out. I think so. I could have definitely messed that up. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check. There's 34, 35, 36 balls here. That means there should be 18 points here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I did give all the points out because I do 2 numbers per ball. And it's also possible that maybe I just gave your point to the wrong person. So that's also possible. The points add up, but that doesn't mean that I put it in the right spot. So I still could have made a mistake. We will continue on for now. My apologies. If you are certain though, oh, that'd be tricky because then I definitely gave the point. All good. Let's play. All right, cool. I-19. I do apologize if I do make the mistakes. You guys know I make them. So I do appreciate when you guys call it out, though. I do my best to try to fix them. I'm gonna have to shut up for a second, though, so I don't mess up this. Make another mistake. I-24. I-24. Bingo is correct. Get more hand tats, probably. Yeah, I gave them out right. Cool. Cussing again. Edwin, what word? Can you please say what word I said that you're considering cussing? Because I know that's actually a subjective. Cussing is very subjective. Please let me know. Just so you know, I'm going to delete your comment after you let me know. I said I will shut up. I did tell myself, I said I will shut up so that way I don't make a mistake. And since this is a family friendly environment, I would definitely say that is not cussing. However, this is a family friendly environment, and I don't think 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds should be going around telling people to shut up. So Edwin, thank you very much for letting me know that. I appreciate that. I will try very hard not to use that again, and I do forget that that's not something you want to teach 7-year-olds. So Edwin, thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. I'm going to go ahead and delete your comments in case kids come in later. You're not in any trouble, though, for me deleting your comment. I thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, we do have Bingo. Who's the first person on my screen to say Bingo? It would be Javier. Yeah, family friendly also doesn't always mean cussing. I mean, because a lot of families bring their kids here. It's starting to be a lot of families will come in, sit down, and do this together for a night. And so I do want to be a good influence. So thank you again. I really do appreciate that. You guys know we are building the stream live together. All right, let's see. Javier, you called Bingo. So that means the whole entire column of I is a win on the first one. Whoever has, and is this the only bingo that's out here? Let me just check. It is. Whoever has a token on the I column will get a point, starting from 1. Who is number 1? That would be Laura. Laura, you are on the winning line on card 1. Nobody on 2. Javier, you are on the winning line on card 3. Javier, you get another point. And who's number 3? Robert gets a point for being on the winning line on card 4. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and reset. What do you guys think of this little bonus game that we have? Everyone except you. Oh, that was rough. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's fine. Are you guys liking this bonus game? Good. All right. I think for the most part, it's pretty figured out, which means I'm going to be adding more bonus games until I have quite a few, and I'll cycle the few while I work on more and stuff. Ooh, wow. Where did the bingo cards go? Give me a second, guys. Here they are. Okay, cool. I do change out the cards as per traditional bingo as well. Just so you guys know, if we get to the end of the show, I will rattle off a bunch of numbers and finish the bingo cards. And before I announce the champion, there's an exciting little thriller at the end there. All right. We have if I'm winning, it's great. Yes. Rubbish. Sometimes I read your comments backwards. Sometimes I read them forward. I'm glad you guys like this. I'm super excited for after the champion is announced to go move on to the game that we were making last night. Super excited for that. I'm enjoying this too, especially since this is going a lot more fluid than yesterday with the bingo. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a shuffle real quick. Actually, kind of shuffle anyway. All right, perfect. Let me see what time we're at. Guys, we're actually going to take the 5-minute break now because we are 50 minutes in. It's a good time because we just did that. So we're going to go ahead and go on the 5-minute halftime break. How this works is at the sound of the gong, the 5 minutes begins. At the sound of the air horn, the 5 minutes is over. All right. It's going to start. Let me make sure that worked. All right. Right now. I do keep a stopwatch on me to respect you guys' times. Hey, it's Shannon. I host the games and keep score while you play them by commenting. If you would like to support the channel and enter the Hall of Supporters, my Cash App is Shannon1742. My PayPal and Venmo are mindfuldiscovery@yahoo.com. These should be pinned in the comments. If you are interested in any of the games played on this show or the props used, I have affiliate links in the description. I earn a commission for each product bought at no extra cost to you. Another way you can show support is by purchasing my book, Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games. This is a book on learning the rules for 52 solitaire-type card games with various levels of difficulties, chance, and skill. I wrote detailed instructions for new and experienced players to be able to learn these games, along with setup pictures for examples. Beyond Solitaire, 52 Unique One-Player Games is available on Amazon as a paperback book and on the Kindle store. It is also enrolled in the Kindle Unlimited program. We have a minute left in the break. Who will enter the Hall of Champions tonight? The three key principles for this game show. We want to be fair, we want to have fun, and we want to be friendly. I personally want to thank this community and everyone in the Hall of Fame for helping develop this positive game show experience. All right, guys, I'm sorry for being a minute late. I had to feed the animals, and they didn't have food ready, so I do apologize for that. Of course, when I will be adding an extra minute at the end of the hour and 55. Break is over. All right, we have blurt for next round. We absolutely can do that. Absolutely can do that. All right, thank you guys for your patience. I appreciate it. All right, moving on. We're going to go ahead and play blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: having little or no hair on the head. The second definition: someone that one does not know. Hey, Connor, welcome back. Hey, what good? I'm good. Connor, we have a new format where we're going to be playing games where it doesn't matter. You don't have to earn points to play the game. You just play. That'll be starting in about an hour from now, just so you know. It's going to be a board game kind of night. Second one is stranger. That is correct. So I don't know if you're here, but all right. Javier got the point for... where's this pencil here? Javier got the point for bald. Where are you, Javier? And who said stranger? Gogs got the point for stranger. Where are you, Gogs? All right, we have 1, 2. Perfect. Let's get the numbers. 4 numbers. All right, first person was Javier. First 2 numbers are going to be for Javier's piece to get on the board. B7. All right, Javier, you're on the board on B7, card 2. All right, we have B2. All right, next 2 numbers are for Gogs to potentially get on the board. We have 061. Oh, Gogs, you are number 2. So you have the number 2 token as a former champion. You're red. All right. Wait a minute. I said, oops, wrong one. 061. There we go. I definitely just learned that I should only hold one number ball at a time. N41. We have. All right, forgot to do the free spaces. Perfect. Moving on to another round of Blurt. Am I in the Hall of Champions? I'm pretty sure you are, actually. Let me check for you. You are not yet, Connor. You are not yet in the Hall of Champions. I gave you 5 singles instead of a tally. I did. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's way easier for me. All right, guys, moving on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: a dish made up of raw vegetables or meat, cheese, fish, or eggs, usually served with a dressing. The second definition: able to be changed into something else. Salad is correct. The second definition: able to be changed into something else. I've honestly never heard this term used outside of a car before. So think of a blank car, able to be changed into something else. Typically, when that car can take its hood down, you would call it a blank car. Some cars have a cloth. Convertible is correct. Convertible. Optimus Prime. No, it is not Optimus Prime. Just so you guys know, we have 181 people in the Hall of Fame. 181 people in the Hall of Fame and 56 in the Hall of Champions. The Hall of Champions will always be smaller than the Hall of Fame. That was funny. All right, first person on my screen who said salad. Guys, you said slad, but I could see how that could be salad and typo, so you're going to get the point there. And then who said convertible first? Convertab. Javier, close enough to convertible. I could see. Your guys' typos sometimes are funny too, so that's why I like to read them. All right. 4 more. All right, who got it first? Gogs was first. Oh, actually, you're both on the board, so it actually doesn't matter. So I'm just going to read all 4 numbers. B13. B5. This is going so much better than, this is more fluid than yesterday. This is good. 069. Oops, drop that. Pick that up later. Are 4 corners a bingo? No, we're just going to do 5 in a row just to keep it simple. Yeah, we're just going to keep it simple. We might add it in the future, but for now, we're just going to, especially until I get the rules as concise as can be, we're just going to do 5. But that's a good idea, and I'm going to actually write that down real quick. So G55, once I finish this number. There's oftentimes you guys, there was one, give me really good ideas, and sometimes I just have to wait before implementing them. So give me 1 second. Also helps with the fluidity if I wait to implement them, even if it's just one the next round or the next stream. Moving on to another round. We're going to actually play a quick round of Spot It. First person to tell me what image is on both of these cards will get a point on the scoreboard. I do really appreciate your guys' recommendations, though. So thank you very much. Your questions are great, too. Your recommendations are great. This stream is for all of us, me and you guys. You said carrot, and Gogs was right. He should not have invited his wife because she is dominating. Dominating. Laura, that is another point for you. Good job. That is funny. We have a lot of couples that come in and play too. We have a lot of couples. We have some friends that come in, brothers come in, family. It's really fun. It's really cool. We have G60. All right. Second number. I16. All right, moving on to the next round. We're going to go play a card of Tribon. Tribon is where I tell you guys three things. The first person to tell me what these three things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Speaking of one of the brothers, there's Johnny, who sometimes plays with his other brother. Welcome, Johnny. All right, we have... Welcome back, Johnny. We're going to play a round of Tribond. We have Gale, Air Current, Draft. First person to tell me what these three things have in common. Gale, Air Current, Draft. Terms for wind is the answer, so wind is correct. That is a point for Javier. All right. Get those two numbers. We have I-17. Second number, B1. We're moving on to another round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these three things have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Boogie, Cookie, Loch Ness. First person to tell me what Boogie, Cookie, and Loch Ness have in common will get a point on the scoreboard. Monster is correct. Boogie Monster, Cookie Monster, Loch Ness Monster. First person on my screen who said Monster would be Laura. Annie, dance is a good guess. There are so many things on here, so many lines out of all these Tribon cards that if nobody knows the answer, it's oftentimes the answer is dance. So it's pretty funny. All right, let's get the numbers. That'll work. B3. Second number, I-25. All right, continuing on. Quick round of Spot It. First person to tell me what image is on both will get a point on the scoreboard. Clock is correct. That is a point for Annie. Hey, Mommy of Two, welcome back. Welcome back. Annie, welcome to the scoreboard. Annie, you are number 6 on the scoreboard, which means you have the number 6 token. That is, you have the yellow number 6 token. All right, let's go ahead and get these two numbers and see if you get on a bingo card. We have G57. There we go. Right there, Annie. Good job. All right, let me continue reading. G57. Here we go. Oh, wow, that was a good one. All right, second number. N37. We have right there. Oops. Right there. All right. Hey, mommy of two, what we're doing is we're playing the normal game show where I read different cards. First person to get the answer will get a point on the scoreboard. And then we're playing bingo. I'm going to read the rules real quick. It's only about 2 paragraphs. When you earn a point, I draw 2 numbers. If either of the numbers are on any of the 4 cards, your game piece goes on the first number. The first number I find. You may only enter a card once per bingo game. I then continue to put tokens on the called numbers on the other cards. When any card gets bingo, the first player to call out bingo gets 1 bonus point, no matter how many bingos there are. You can call bingo after the number is called before the chip is put down if you'd like. Or you can call you can call bingo after the number is called, even if I haven't put the chip down yet. Yeah, I mean, one second to update that. Wording's a little bit better. Each player on a winning line, no matter what card you are on, will get a bonus point and bingo will be reset. Think of the bingo cards as overlapping, and wherever your game piece is on one card, it is also where your game piece is on other cards. For example, if you were on the top left corner on this card, you were on the top left corner on all 4. So if the top row gets a bingo, whoever's on the top row on any of the 4 cards will get a point. Hey, Michael, welcome back. All right. Johnny, I write, I make games. I have some other miscellaneous things I do for income, but YouTube is actually kind of more so the more recent introduction is in the last few months, but I do some other stuff. But we're going to go ahead and continue back on to the game. So we're going to move on to a quick round of Spot It. First person to tell me what image is on both of these cards will get a point on the scoreboard. Anchor is actually not correct. Leaf is correct. All right, let me see who was the first person on my screen who said Leaf. Mommy of two, you said lead. That's close enough to Leaf. I can see where you had the typo, no problem. We accept typos in almost every game. All right, Mommy of two, welcome to the scoreboard. Typos are allowed in every single game except for password. But your typo still has to be reasonable, meaning like we should be able to clearly tell that it was a typo, only a couple letters off, few letters, something like that, you know? Mommy, we only had one typo that was so off, we had to dispute it. I said yes, everyone else said no. I drew it on the board and realized my mind is really ADHD, and it was definitely a no. All right, Mommy of two. You are number 7. You are you have the 7 token. You have the 7 token. All right, let's go ahead and get two numbers, and let's see if Mommy of two. Let's see if you're getting on this on one of the cards. We have G49. All right, here we go. You're entering on card number 2 right there. All right, let me go ahead and continue. See if G49. Nope, second number. B6. All right. Remember, first person to call bingo will get a point. Continuing on, we're going to play another round of Spot It. First person to tell me. First person to tell me what symbols on both cards will get a point on the scoreboard. Anchor is correct. Michael, welcome back. Coming in strong. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Good to have you back. All right. Welcome to the scoreboard. Michael, you are number 8 on the scoreboard. Where's it going? That's fine. Since you are number 8 on the scoreboard, you have the yellow 8 token. All right, let's get these two numbers and see who you get on a card. I-20. All right, here you go, Michael B. You're right here. Second number, G50. All right, continuing on, we're going to do another round of Spotted, and then we're going to switch it up a little bit. Not fast enough tonight. That's how I felt yesterday. First person to tell me what image is on both will get a point on the scoreboard. All right, you guys. Heart is correct. First person on my screen who said heart was Gogs. Speaking of not being fast enough. You got it. Gogs is already on a card, so I'm just going to read the numbers. Oh, 73. B12. All right, continuing on, we're going to go ahead and move on to blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a very large sea mammal that resembles fish but breathes air. The second definition, to make a sound like a long M. Whale is correct. That is a point for Patrick Stevens. Patrick, welcome back. Hum is correct. That is a point for Laura. All right, Patrick, welcome to the scoreboard. Patrick, we have a special stream going on today. Very special, actually, in 2 ways, from considering the last time you were in. Let me add you to the scoreboard real quick. We have Patrick. I put Patrick S. And then Laura, you got your point too. All right, real quick. I'm going to read the rules for bingo for what we're playing. When you earn a point, I draw 2 numbers. If either of the numbers are in any of the 4 cards, your game piece goes on the first number. Since you are number 9 on the scoreboard, you have the number 9 token. All right, if either of the numbers are on any of the 4 cards that I draw, your game piece goes on the first number. You may only enter a card once per bingo game. I then continue to put tokens on the called numbers on the other cards. When any card gets bingo, which is just 5 in a row, either way, any of the 3 ways. When any card gets bingo, the first player to call out bingo gets 1 bonus point, no matter how many bingos there are. You can call bingo after the number is called, even if I haven't put the chip down yet. Each player on a winning line, no matter what card you are on, will get a bonus point and bingo will be reset. Think of the bingo cards as overlapping, and wherever your game piece is on one card is also where your game piece is on other cards. For example, if the top row gets bingo, whoever has a player piece on any of the top rows on the 4 cards will get a bonus point. All right. We're going to go ahead and read the numbers. Welcome back, Patrick. I do 2 numbers per point. We also started developing a board game. We have a third format that we are developing live with everybody where me and the viewers make a board game together. Yesterday, we had a 5.5-hour stream. A bunch of us were up until very late in the night making a board game. Well, about an hour from now, we will be moving into that. After the champions announced, we'll be taking a break. I'll be resetting the studio live on the studio, and we're going to be moving into a very different format for here. We have 3 formats so far, pretty much 2. But 1 with 2 setups. Anyway, continuing on. So I just am introducing that next format because I'm very excited for it. G54. These 2 numbers are for Patrick to possibly get on the board. We have G54. Let's see. All right, here we go. Patrick, number 9. You're on the 3rd board. Well, I mean, you're technically on the same spot on all of them. So yeah, right now, actually, if you guys see number 7 and number 9 are technically, consider them on the exact same spot. So if one of them gets a point, they're both going to get a point, is pretty much how that works. You're practically, yeah, you get it. We're going to keep going. I-28. And then I believe Laura's already on the board. How many points? Oh, you're not on the board yet, Laura. Never mind. We did recently reset. So you'll be going potentially on the board. I-28. This is the 2nd number for Patrick. Well, you're already on the board, so it actually does not matter anymore. Once you're on the board, it doesn't matter. It's just I'm all right. So now, Laura, these next 2 numbers were for you to potentially get on the board. And even if you're already on the board and you get a point, we still play bingo. N31. I play tested this a lot. N31. I need to talk less so I can focus. Give me a second. I still haven't stopped talking. N42. There you go, Laura. Right down here. All right, moving on to another round of Blurt. The first person, Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition. A structure that has bars or screens and is used to keep or carry birds and animals. The second definition. A period of 7 days in a row. Cage is correct. Point for Gogs. Patrick close 2nd. Laura close 3rd. Weak is correct. All right, Gogs, you got cage. You're number 2. You're already on the board. And who's the first person to say weak? That would be Laura. Laura, you're already on the board. 4 numbers. I'll have you guys know, as soon as I say the number, you can call bingo. We have 4 numbers we're going to read real quick. Even if the first number gets a bingo, I still put all 4 numbers on the board, though. So if right now, if this number leads to a bingo, I'm still going to read the other 3 cards, just so you guys know. Just more opportunity to get points. N44. I-24. Wow, no chips so far. Oh, 75. There we go. G46. Please do call out if I miss one. If you guys catch it, obviously. All right, Johnny, please keep, just please don't spam the chat too much. All right, moving on to another round of Blurt, where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a small metal or plastic cap worn to protect the finger that pushes the needle in sewing. The second definition. The hard black wood of a tropical tree used especially in making the black keys of pianos. It is not whale, it is a thimble. The second definition repeated. Oh, I dropped the card in a second, sorry. I dropped that too, apparently. The hard black wood of a tropical tree used especially in making the black keys of pianos. Starts with an E. Give you guys that point. Starts with an E. 5 letters long. Ebony is correct. All right. Laura, you got the point for thimble. Let me see who got the point for ebony. I'm just going to double check a lot of answers. All right, Laura, you also got the point for ebony. All right, that is 4 more numbers. G58. Oh, 67. I, 26. N, 45. All right, we're going to play a quick round of Spot It. Oh, bingo. Well, it's not that I noticed. I just read actually, you are right. First of all, I did not notice, but I'm also going to read all the numbers at once anyway. And then once I always look up, I have a screen here, here, and here for watching the chat. I have 3 screens up right now watching the chat because I have to look a lot of different ways. So I'm getting really distracted. And there's many times I've put the number on here and then forgot what number I just put on. And so I'm trying to be very, very mindful and not do that again. So after I finish reading all the numbers is when I check up and I see that somebody said bingo. So now I have to go back and see who the first person to say bingo was. All right, that would be Laura. Laura, you're going to get the bonus. Was there a bingo? I should probably confirm that there's a bingo. There is right there. Laura, you're going to get the bonus point. All right, we're going to go ahead and see. This is the middle line. Any person who's any player on the middle line will get the point. I'm just going to start on the first card. First, second, third, fourth. We have who is number 6. That is Annie. You're getting a bonus point. And it looks like, Annie, you are now actually in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions since you have 2 points and everyone else competing has 1. All right, second card, nobody. Third, nobody. Fourth, who is number 8? Michael B., you're now tied with Annie. All right, awesome. I'm going to reset it. You said Uno. You will never see Uno on this game show. They They look like blueberries. I wouldn't. I bet they don't taste like blueberries. Uno is one of my. Used to love Uno, but Uno is one of my least favorite games. You will never see Uno. Really funny story about that. I'll maybe get into another time. But for now, we're going to keep going because we only have about 25 minutes left. War? Maybe. Might see war. All right, guys, we're going to continue. No Guess the Balloon on this format, right? As of right now, no Guess the Balloon. This format, but when I'm against the wall, we will for sure be doing Guess the Balloon, but not on this format. All right. We're going to continue on. We're going to play Spot It. First person tell me what image is on both of these cards. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. Sorry about that, Johnny. Extra min. Oh, I have the extra minute written down right here. You probably can't see it, but I write it on the bottom of the scoreboard. Ice Cube is correct. Yes, I always write it down because I'm not going to try to remember that. So, for example, I have the minute written down here, and if I have to add more, I will add more. So, and I check it constantly, too, so I don't forget. All right, who said Ice Cube first or Ice? Laura, that is another point for you. All right, let's see if you get on the board, Laura. We have B1. You did get on. You are the red token that says number 1. You were on the fourth board right there. All right, second number. G54. All right, no G54, but I did forget the free tokens. All right, continuing on, we're going to play a round of Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition: an object for a figure that has 3 sides and 3 angles. The second definition: one of the floors of a boat or ship. Triangle is correct. Oh, we're sorry, wrong one. And deck is correct. All right, first, let me go back a little bit. First person who said triangle on my screen was Gogs. First person on my screen who said deck was Javier. All right, let's get forward numbers. All right, Gogs, let's see if either of the first 2 numbers put you on the board. We have G55. Yes, you're going on the board. Gogs, you are number 2. There's your token. All right, second number. Oh, 69. All right, now moving on to the next 2 numbers, which we will see if they put Javier on the board. We have N37. All right, second number. Oh, 73. Uh-oh, neither number put Javier on the board. All right, moving on to another round of Blurt where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. That is a big oof. Oh, you want? That's actually a good time for that, huh? Oh, man. Moving on, the first definition. A wide, deep dish usually filled with water. The second definition, to move a ball along by bouncing or kicking it many times. First definition repeated, a wide, deep ditch, usually filled with water. The second definition repeated. Actually, the second definition was dribble. Gogs, you got dribble. I'm going to go ahead and give you your point. I'm going to, I put the card on the board, but thankfully it was the other side. I'll have to be careful not to do that. All right, first definition repeated, and then I'll give you guys hints. A wide, deep ditch, usually filled with water. I'll give you guys a hint. These used to be completely, Moat was correct. I was going to say they used to be completely surrounding castles. A lot less common today. Moat was correct. I'm going to go back and double check. Make sure you're the first person who said moat. Yes, Javier, you got it. No, there we go. All right, Gogs, you're already on the board. B12. It's a good number. G47. All right, Javier, let's see if you can get on the board with these two numbers. And this is why I do them in order. So I keep track of them. I do like to do them in order. You can only get on the board from the two numbers that, from the two bingo numbers associated with your point. Once you're on the board, I just read the numbers, but that's why I keep track of the order that the points came in as well. I like to be fair. I-17. So, and to be fair, there has to be a system. All right, Javier, you're on the board. Have a nice day, Johnny. We have B11. All right, continuing on, we're going to play a quick round of Tribon. First person to tell me what these three things have in common. We'll get a point on the scoreboard. We have a baseball glove, a pool table, pants. A baseball glove, a pool table, pants. Pockets is correct. A baseball glove, a pool table, pants. All right, who's the first person on my screen to say pockets? Let me go back and check. Looks like it was Annie. Been a few years since I rocked, unfortunately, but thank you. That's funny. All right, Annie, good job. You got the point for pocket. Oh, and it looks like you are actually now in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. Let's go ahead and get these two numbers. Annie, you are number 6. So you're the sixth person on the scoreboard, which means you are the number 6 token. Let's see if you get on one of the bingo boards. Pants means underwear there? Oh, that's tricky. I'm sorry about that. We have 074. All right, here we go. Annie, you're on. You're right there. All right. I-28. All right, we're going to move on to a quick round of Spot It. First person to tell me what is on both. We're going to point on the scoreboard. There's actually a lot of terms for underwear. Welcome back, Mommy of Two. You guys all said moon. I do have to confirm. Yes, moon is correct. First person on my screen who said moon was Gogs. All right, Gogs, number 2, you're already on the scoreboard. Let me just get those numbers in real quick. 070. N44. All right. Moving on to a round of blurts. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for two words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Joseph, stopping in to say hi. Friday off work for the week until Monday. Gone tomorrow to play. Hold on, it's sometimes hard for me to see all of the message. Oh, Joseph, very, very hard. Very sorry to hear that. It's really unfortunate to hear. Not everyone makes it through that, you know. I'm fortunate to have 5 years of sobriety, but I'm very hard. Yeah. It's actually not the font size. I'll show you guys what's sometimes the reaction thing blocks part of the message, and I either have to wait for another message or I put a dot in. Oops. So it's actually not the font size. But yeah, Joseph, I'm sorry to hear that. And that's one of the more unfortunate ways, I think personally, to hear somebody pass. Work with homeless and addicts. That's awesome. I did a little bit of working with homeless when I was younger as well, and with addicts. So thank you for what you do, Joseph. I appreciate it, and the world appreciates it. All right, guys, we're going to continue on to Blurt because we're nearing the end, and we have a very close game. Joseph, I do hope that you have a relaxing weekend and you come in tomorrow and try out the new format we have where we all play a game together and you don't have to earn points to play the game. We just play it. And then as you play the game, you earn points. It's a board game. It's a new format. Hopefully, if you need a distraction, you're welcome to come, play, hang out. If you need time, absolutely take your time. Guys, we're going to continue on to Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition, a trip or vacation taken by 2 people who have just been married. The second definition, a wall built across a river or stream to control the level of the water. Honeymoon is correct. Damn is correct. All right, let me go ahead and double check. Javier, you actually got both of those points. And Javier, you're already on. G58. I-24. G52. Last number, and we're going to continue on. I-19. All right, quick round of spot it. First person tell me what image is on both cards will get a point on the scoreboard. Oh yeah, Laura, congratulations on you and Gogs getting recently married. Where'd you guys have your honeymoon? Speaking of honeymoon, moon is correct. That is a point for Javier. Also, if I ask you guys a question, you ever think it's too personal, just you don't have to answer it. I've learned to just not ask the question twice, just so you know. Ooh, Spain, nice. We have N. Oh, you're already on. You should be already on, right? Yeah, perfect. I hope you guys had a good honeymoon. N42. Oh, 64. All right, perfect. Another round of Spot It. First person tell me what images on both of these cards will get a point on the scoreboard. It was amazing. Too good. Awesome. Perfect. Good. Glad to hear. Ice is correct. Point for Mommy of 2. Mommy of 2, where are you? You gotta remember this marker doesn't work. Mommy of 2, are you on the scoreboard? No, I see your token right here. You're the seventh one on the tour scoreboard. Just wanted to remind you, so that way you can see that you're this token right here. So let's see if you get on one of the bingo cards. Oh, I'm putting this one back because I accidentally got through. N36. I don't know how well you guys can see the scoreboard. Oh, I guess I do know. I can look at the phone. Oh, never mind. You guys can see it. Perfect. Cool. All right. N36. Let's see if the second number gets you on. We have B7. Are you getting on? Are you getting on? You are not. Sorry. All right. Continuing on to another round of Spot It. First person to tell me what images on both of these cards will get a point on the scoreboard. Oof, can relate. Yeah, that did happen to Javier earlier. Yeah. You guys said dog is dog correct. Dog is correct. First person on my screen to say dog was Javier, with Laura a close second. Mommy of 2 a close third. Javier right there. N34. N31. All right, continuing on, we're going to play a round of Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. We have about 7 minutes left until the champion is announced. The first definition, the line where the sky and land or water seem to meet. The second definition, someone who can speak in such a way that the sound appears to come from a place other than the speaker's mouth and lips. Horizon is correct. As a point for Patrick. Ventriloquist is correct. That is another point. That is 2 points for Patrick. Patrick, you have 3 points, which means you are now tied with Annie for entering the Hall of Champions. All right, so you got both of those points, which means all 4 of these numbers could potentially get you on a bingo board, which I'm very high likelihood, because 4 numbers is a lot. 4 minutes up. No, we have like 6 minutes left. 4.5 minutes left. 5.5 minutes left. B5. I'll explain in 1 second if you're confused on why it's under 2 hours. Give me 1 second. I'll explain. I'm going to do the numbers real quick, though. B5. All right, Patrick, you're on. I-21. G53. Oh, 68. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to explain it real quick and then we're going to continue on. The champion is typically announced an hour and 55 minutes into the stream. However, sometimes I do have to add extra time. Like I do have to add an extra minute today that is already counted for. And so I try not to ever add more than 5 minutes, no matter how distracted we get. Sometimes if we get really distracted, I do add more than 5. The reason... So the champion the game show officially ends at an hour 55. If I have to add more time, I do add more time. And I give myself 5 minutes buffer time to finish the stream and add more time, because when I first started, I was and even now when I do 2 streams in a row, I can't add 20 minutes of extra time, because then I'll only have 40 minutes before 40 minutes between streams to reset the board and eat and then do any other responsibilities I have. So it's for my own time management, to where I can still be a responsible human, that I have to be stick to a certain schedule. So I'm going to add another 30 seconds on, just since I had to explain that, because I do like to be fair. And we're going to continue on. So that means that 1 hour, 56 minutes and 30 seconds. I will not do any more rounds, although I'll finish the boards. All right, continuing on, we're gonna play a quick round of Spot It. Yeah, we've had that format for since the first week of the hour 55 ending, and I try not to add more than 5. First person tell me that's on both. You said lightning. Lightning is correct. First person on my screen, you said lightning. Be Patrick. Patrick, you're at 4 points. You are currently in the lead. However, the champion will not be announced until it is announced, so do not get too comfortable. Moving on to Blurt. Blurt is where I read the dictionary definition for 2 words. The first person to tell me the... Pat Rocks! You did it to yourself. That's funny. Good job. First person to tell me the correct word for either definition will get a point on the scoreboard. Up to 2 points can be handed out to the players. The first definition is... an imaginary monster that looks like a giant lizard with wings and claws. The second definition, something that is asked. Dragon is correct. Question is correct. First person on my screen who said dragon would be Laura. First person on my screen who said question would be Mommy of 2. All right. All right, let's see. Laura, you were first. But you're already on the board, right? I just like to double check. Yes. Mommy of 2, I think you were on the board too, were you? No, you were on the last board. All right, cool. So the first 2 numbers we're just going to read. The second 2 numbers might put Mommy of 2 on the board. Just double check. Perfect. All right, we have... Oh, that's right. I got the want last round. I remember now. B14. That's why I thought you were already on. And the second number... I-25. All right, since you got the second point, Mommy of 2, we're now reading the second set of numbers. One of these numbers can potentially put you on the board. N40. There we go. You are on the board. Welcome. I-20. Oof, all right, that was good. That was good. Hey, Rhino. Rhino, good luck with your football game. We have another guy who came in earlier, Wyatt, who's also came in, pop in. He popped in for a second. He was on the way to a football game. We're going to continue on to another round. Spot it. First person to tell me what. Good luck, bud. Good luck. First person to tell me what is on both cards. We're going to point on the scoreboard. This is the last round because we actually just hit an hour and 56 minutes. The point is still awarded, just so you guys know, though. We have Igloo. First person to say Igloo is Laura. Just so you guys know, if there's 10 seconds left in the game show, I start the next round, even if it goes over, and then I just give the point. So as long as the last round is started before the time is over, then we just continue. All right, Laura, let's go ahead and get those two numbers. I will have you guys know if these two numbers do not cause a bingo, then we're going to keep drawing numbers until a bingo happens. So we'll do two numbers at a time until a bingo happens. G59, first person to call bingo will get a point on the scoreboard. Where is it? G59. N43. Bingo is correct. All right, that is a point for. Well, let me double check. Hold on. That is a point for Mommy of 2. Where do I keep putting this marker? Why don't I keep it here? All right, Mommy of 2, you're at 4. This is exciting. You guys can probably see who won before I did. Mommy of 2 and Patrick, you're both tied. We might have to do a tiebreaker. Let's see. Where is this bingo line? We have it right in the center column, the N column. Is that the only bingo on the card? It is. All right. It looks like the. Who is on the winning line? We're going to see on card 1, no one. On card 2, it is number 7. Number 7 is Mommy of 2. Mommy of 2, you are getting the bonus point, which put you in the lead for entering the Hall of Champions. And then we're going to check everybody else. None. All right. Guys, we're at the end of the show. I'm going to read the scores, and then we're going to transition into the next part of the game night. Amongst the former champions, we have Laura. You have... I did that wrong, but you technically actually have 20. Gogs, you have 11. Robert, you have 3. Javier, you have 13. Amongst everyone else competing to enter the Hall of Champions, Jaden has 1. Michael B, 2. Annie, N, 3. Patrick, 4. And now, to announce the new champion coming in first place. Coming in first place with 5 points, we have Mommy of 2. Congratulations, and welcome to the Hall of Champions. Your name will be added right now. You are number 57 in the Hall of Champions. Bronny will be proud. I'm excited. I wish I could see Bronny's face as well when he finds out. Bronny will be proud. Mommy of 2, congratulations. All right, guys, this was good. All right, so this went very fluid. This went almost perfectly. I say almost because the rules they're just still not as concise as I want them to be, and I had to update. Besides that, I would say it went pretty fluid, and this is about Only from here, it'll just get a little bit more faster when I get used to the layout and I can just operate it faster. So I would love to hear you guys' opinions on what you think of bingo as the extra, one of, there are several, one of the extra bonus games for the normal game. It was fluid. Yeah, it was a lot better now. Yes, shoot, Gogs, we're gonna move into shoots good. Laura, you said was good. You guys like bingo? I like it. It doesn't really matter as much if I like it. I just make sure it works for you guys, and if you guys like it, awesome. As long as the majority of players like it, we'll keep doing it. If nobody likes it, then I either need to fix it or scrap it. I'll probably try to fix something before I try to scrap it, though. Yeah, and it's also just different. There's different bonus ones, you know? You guys like it. All right, you all like it. Cool, we'll keep it in. Shoots is faster, but not all games are going to be go, go, go fast. Or not all streams are going to be go, go, go fast, fast, fast. Some will be, some won't be. Because I know bingo, a lot of people really like bingo. And so I was excited to try to introduce it, and it worked. That's awesome. Some streams will be rattling off answers fast, fast, fast. Some streams will be a little bit slower, and then I have other surprises coming in the future that we'll see if I can keep a surprise, because I love to talk, and I have nothing to do but talk while I'm on here. All right, guys, so this is how it's going to work. No rush. It's just good to get in as many questions in reasonably. I agree, Gogs. I agree. And with this setup, it will be faster and faster. Especially the faster I get used to the system, the better. And then just the more organized I am, it'll just, it'll get faster. So I do agree, though, that as many questions in reasonably is still very good priority. If this took too much time, and you guys didn't, especially if you guys didn't like it, we wouldn't do it. Especially when your wife's winning. It's funny. I like bingo. UK bingo cards are different to US cards. I'm actually super intrigued about that. I'm going to Google it real quick. No, you guys have 9. Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. They are different. Whoa. That's really cool. Wow. Ours are better. All right, guys. So we're going to move on. Oh, that's funny. I actually don't know if ours are better or not. I would actually have to play the UK version to see, and better is subjective. So, I'm just teasing and just joking around. Actually, guys, I think yours is really cool, but it's also because it's new to my brain and I've never seen it before. And I typically, anything that's ever new. Cool. Oh, those old grannies can go with bingo. All right, guys. So here's what we're doing. We're going to be live working on the third format. Oh, I left the break thing on the whole time. My bad. We're going to work on the next format together live. So if you guys, I'm gonna actually go ahead and take a break, and then I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna set it up. Your brain thought the break was on. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny. Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna put the break sign back on. My God, that's goofy. All right, guys, I'm just gonna take a quick couple-minute break. Just a quick couple-minute break, use the bathroom, stuff like that. And then I'm gonna come back, reset it, and then we're gonna move on to developing the new game where anyone can play. You do not have to earn points to play. You just play by saying you want to play, and then you guys will see. I'm super excited for this. Mommy at 2 again, congratulations. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm not going to end the stream, though. I'm going to keep it going. Real quick before I go, I just saw Brawny entered. Brawny, welcome. Bronny, Mamiya 2 did enter. Brad, welcome, guys. We're just taking a couple-minute break, and then we're going to move on to Chutes and Ladders as a very fun new concept. It's very, Bronny, it turned into something very different after you left. We stayed on for a while, turned into something very different. So I hope you stay for a little bit and try it out and get your thoughts on helping develop it. No problem, Bronny. No problem. That's funny. No problem. You guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. Take a break, and then we're going to reset the stream. Hey guys, all right, I have a weird announcement. We're gonna move on. I do realize that these breaks in between the first game show and the game night of us playing a board game can be a weird amount of time, and it's hard for you guys to plan. So I am actually still going to take the hour in between or whatever. I'm going to try to be back in about 48 minutes, potentially less because it's not competitive in a sense. I should probably just yeah, I'm actually just gonna still take the normal breaks. I'm sorry, I know not many people are actually. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do, because it's not a competitive thing. I'm not gonna take the whole hour. I don't need the whole hour to reset. I don't know how long it's gonna take to reset. It should probably only take me 10, 15 minutes. I do need to make sure I eat dinner. So what I'm just gonna do for today is, yeah, I don't need the whole hour. I'm just gonna sit here if I do that, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna end this stream in a couple minutes. I'm going to reset it, and I'm going to eat, and then I'm just gonna start streaming, so that way you guys can just get a notification when it's done. I'm gonna make a quick community post about what I just said for people who scrolled away and might come and scroll back. I think that's a good way to do it. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it moving forward. Yeah, no problem. That way you guys aren't checking constantly to see if it started, and you can just get a notification like, okay, it started. You guys can go scroll and watch other YouTubers or do something else and stuff. So right now I'm going to end the stream, and then I'm going to make a quick community post about that announcement for the other people who might come back and be like, what happened? And perfect. I'm playing Wife's Tired, which may play for a bit. Awesome. It shouldn't be long, maybe 20 minutes. So all right, guys, I'm going to end it. Congratulations again, Mommy and 2, for entering the Hall of Champions. It should be around 20 minutes. Perfect. Thank you, guys. We'll be back.